Welcome to Accelerate My Practice. I'm glad to have you here today. Have you ever hired a dental practice management or dental consulting company and not experienced the lasting results that you wanted? Have you ever wondered why that is? I'm going to shed some light on that for you today. The reason is not that their content wasn't good, perhaps, but it's that they offered you a one-part solution to a three-part problem, which in and of itself makes it flawed. And the issue is that they're spending all the time teaching you a process. Some process, whether it is how to answer the phone, whether it's how to present a case, whatever the instance might be, it's a one-part solution to a three-part problem. What I mean by that is if we first don't deal with the mindset of the people that we're teaching the process to, it dilutes the results or it invalidates them altogether. You see this in your hygiene operatories every day. You'll go in to do to talk to a patient about a process, a restorative process that they might need, and at the conclusion of it, they look at you and go, "I can't afford it." And then they go buy an iPhone. In that case, the patient's mindset is getting in the way of your process. So the key to success is to first make sure we deal with the mindset of the team. If we don't deal with the mindset of the team and the doctor, as I said, the process doesn't work. So we have to make sure everybody has a prosperity mindset and is excited about dentistry and wants to learn. Another example, if I walk into your practice tomorrow and sit down with you and your team and say, "Hey, here's how we're going to do things from now on," at least half of the team would say, "That won't work here, that won't work in our practice, that won't work in this economy, that won't work in this small town." Now tell me, all those barriers that were just thrown up, were any of those real barriers or are those self-imposed? They're all self-imposed. So it doesn't matter how good my process is, if they don't believe it's going to work, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we have to deal with the mindset first. Then we have to teach you an outstanding process. And if I grossly oversimplify the process I teach consumer behavior, consumer thinking. How do people make decisions on what to buy or not? What I find is most dental offices present treatment very clinically and logically. Darren, you have caries on the distal cusp of 28, you need a DO. I find that consumers, or what you call patients, don't make logical decisions. If they did, who would have tattoos? Valid illustration of it, right? They wouldn't have tattoos. That's not a logical decision, that's an emotional one. And I'm not judging it. Tattoos are fine. But you can't tell me it's a logical decision. So we need to tap into how people think and understand how they think emotionally when they make decisions on what to purchase, whether it's dentistry, iPhones, fast cars, new homes, or vacations. Once we understand that, you'll get profound differences in your practice. The other area where the last area where I find most consultants don't do a good job is on the implementation. What I find that the majority of them do is they'll do a one-day course, a two-day course. They'll teach you a ton of stuff. You'll go home with a 3-ring binder this big. The weekend goes by. In my case, I have little kids. You have an issue with your little kids over the weekend. You get distracted. Monday, Tuesday, you open up the binder, you start flipping through it, and you feel overwhelmed. And guess where the binder goes? On the shelf with all the others. Nothing gets done. So we have to do something different there. And here's what we do differently. We do come to your practice and work with you face to face, but then we augment that with a TV show and you're looking at it. We do this every single Monday morning. And what that allows us to do is be in your practice every single Monday morning. The first 4 to 6 minutes are on the mindset and the rest is on the next nugget I want you to implement into your practice. When we're in your practice and in your face that consistently, that often, pushing you down to the road of success, your dreams, how can you not accomplish it? Like I said before, it's not that the other people aren't doing a good job and don't have good content. They're offering you a one-part solution to a three-part problem. If you aren't dealing with the mindset, the process, and with great implementation, you won't get the results. That's why you haven't seen the lasting results you've wanted to see. If you want to learn more about the mindset, the process, and our implementation, play the next video here today. Thanks for joining us.